Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. We got 14 matchups on this MLB slate today, so be sure to like and subscribe. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Go ahead, turn on those notification bells. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Busy slate today as we head into the weekend. Starting with the Atlanta Braves versus Cincinnati Reds. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 160. The Reds plus 135 with the over-under at 11. Braves coming into this matchup 48-26. The Reds 40-35. Pitching for the Braves is AJ Smith-Shawver with an ERA of 2.03. Pitching for the Reds is Luke Weaver with an ERA of 6.47. Shawver, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Weaver, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 1 strikeout. Braves, they're on an 8-game winning streak right now. They're playing great. Reds, they've won their last 10. They're playing amazing, coming off a 3-game series sweep against the Rockies here. And, they did even win with Weaver on the mound last time. Weaver's won his last 2 starts. He's definitely given up some runs this season. Hasn't been the best on the mound here. But, man, I really just love what the Reds have been doing. Both teams are playing very well here, but tough one because you're getting 2 teams on a big winning streak here. And, I don't know. I'm just really intrigued with the Reds and the plus money. They've been such a money maker these last, 2-3 weeks. I think I'm going to stick with the Reds plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Kansas City Royals versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Rays opening up as home favorites at minus 270. The Royals plus 220 with the over-under at 8. Royals coming into this matchup 21-54. The Rays 52-26. Pitching for the Royals is Zach Greinke with an ERA of 4.81. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Eflin with an ERA of 3.26. Greinke, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Royals beating Tampa Bay yesterday 6-5. They were huge underdogs yesterday, so that was a big underdog win for the Royals yesterday. The Royals are just 4-11 on the road against Tampa Bay. Not a very good road team right now. I do like Eflin on the mound. Maybe take a shot with the Royals again as a single bet. They are the biggest plus money on the slate, but I'm still going to roll with the Rays at home to bounce back. Next matchup, we got the Minnesota Twins versus the Detroit Tigers. Twins opening up as road favorites at minus 125. Detroit plus 105 with the over-under at 9. Minnesota coming into this matchup 38-38. Detroit 32-41. Pitching for the Twins is Kenta Maeda with an ERA of 9.00. Pitching for the Tigers is Joey Wentz with an ERA of 6.82. Maeda, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 10 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Wentz, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Minnesota coming off back-to-back Boston wins. Detroit coming off a Royals win. These teams did just have a 4-game series. Detroit winning 4 out of the last 5. They won 3 out of the last 4 in that series there, and kind of dominated that series. Maeda coming off a 10-run game. He has not looked good. Been very bad on the mound. 0-4 on the mound here, and I think I'm gonna take a shot with the Tigers plus 1.5 at home. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Miami Marlins. Miami opening up as home favorites at minus 180. The Pirates plus 160 with the over-under at 7.5. Pirates coming into this matchup 34-40. The Marlins 43-33. Pitching for the Pirates is Luis Ortiz with an ERA of 4.30. Pitching for the Marlins is Jesus Luzardo with an ERA of 4.09. Ortiz, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Luzardo, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Pirates, I mean, they've lost their last 10 games, losing to Miami yesterday 6-4. They are just playing horrible, 0-7 on the road. They just have not looked good at all here. And yeah, I'm going to roll with the Marlins at home. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Philadelphia Phillies. Phillies opening up as home favorites at -115. The Mets +105 with the over-under at 9.5. Mets coming into this matchup 34-40. The Phillies 38-36. Pitching for the Mets is Kadai Senga with an ERA of 3.53. Pitching for the Phillies is Taijuan Walker with an ERA of 4.31. Senga, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 8 strikeouts. Walker, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. The Mets coming off back-to-back losses against Houston. Phillies coming off back-to-back losses against the Braves. The Mets are 4-1 on the road against the Phillies, 8-1 straight up against the Phillies here. And I think they're a decent underdog today. Pretty even pitching matchup. And I'll take Mets +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Seattle Mariners versus the Baltimore Orioles. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8.5. Seattle coming into this matchup 36-37. Baltimore 45-28. Pitching for Seattle is Logan Gilbert with an ERA of 4.31. Pitching for Baltimore is Kyle Gibson with an ERA of 3.94. Gilbert, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Gibson, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Seattle coming off a big Yankees win yesterday. Baltimore coming off a Tampa Bay loss. Seattle, not the greatest on the road. 4-12 on the road, where they've played pretty poorly. Baltimore 5-1 at home. Pretty even pitching matchup here. And in a pick'em scenario, I'm going to roll with the home team, and I'm going to take Baltimore at home. Next matchup, we've got the Texas Rangers versus the New York Yankees. Rangers opening up as road favorite. Actually, it does look like it's a pick'em scenario. Both teams at -110 with the over-under at 8.5. Rangers coming into this matchup 46-28. The Yankees 41-34. Pitching for the Rangers is Dane Dunning with an ERA of 2.78. Pitching for the Yankees is Clark Schmidt with an ERA of 4.65. Dunning, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Schmidt, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. The Rangers beating the White Sox yesterday 6-3 for the day before. Yankees coming off a Seattle loss. The Rangers are 5-1 against the Yankees. They've been good head-to-head. Yankees kind of struggling here. Rangers been playing well, 4-1 in their last 5. Pretty even pitching matchup, and I think I'm going to roll with the Rangers on the road. Next matchup, we've got the Oakland Athletics versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto opening up as home favorites at -300. Oakland +250 with the over-under at 9. Oakland coming into this matchup 19-58. Toronto 41-35. Pitching for Oakland is James Caprillion with an ERA of 6.38. Pitching for Toronto is Chris Bassett with an ERA of 4.16. Caprillion, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 6 strikeouts. Bassett, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Oakland on an 8-game losing streak right now. Toronto coming off a 2-game winning streak against Miami. Oakland 1-8 on the road against Toronto. And yeah, I think I'm going to roll with the Blue Jays at home in this one. Next matchup, we got the Milwaukee Brewers versus the Cleveland Guardians. Cleveland opening up as home favorites at -135. Milwaukee +120 with the over-under at 8. Brewers coming into this matchup 38-36. The Guardians 36-38. Pitching for the Brewers is Wade Miley with an ERA of 3.28. Pitching for the Guardians is Shane Bieber with an ERA of 3.51. Miley, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Bieber, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 5 strikeouts. The Brewers coming off an Arizona loss. Cleveland on a 4-game winning streak, coming off that Oakland sweep. They're playing very good right now. Pretty even pitching matchup, and I think I'm going to lean with the Guardians at home. Next matchup, we got the Boston Red Sox versus the Chicago White Sox. Boston opening up as road favorites at -115. The White Sox -105 with the over-under at 8. Boston coming into this matchup 39-37. The White Sox 32-44. Pitching for Boston is Brayan Bello with an ERA of 3.49. Pitching for the White Sox is Lucas Giolito with an ERA of 3.54. Bello, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 1 run, had 8 strikeouts. Giolito, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Boston on a 2-game losing streak right now. Coming off a bad 6-0 loss against Minnesota yesterday. Thought they were a good underdog, but didn't show up yesterday. White Sox just 3-7 in their last 10. Really haven't played well. Pretty even pitching matchup, and I think I'm going to roll with the Red Sox on the road. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Colorado Rockies. Angels opening up as road favorites at -155. Colorado +140 with the over-under at 11.5. Angels coming into this matchup 41-35. The Rockies 29-48. Pitching for the Angels is Patrick Sandoval with an ERA of, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Freeland, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 7 runs, had 1 strikeout. Angels on a 2-game losing streak right now. Colorado, they're on an 8-game losing streak right now. Been a rough stretch for the Rockies here. Angels are 11-2 on the road against the Rockies. A pretty even pitching matchup, and I think I'm going to roll with the Angels on the road. Next matchup, we got the Washington Nationals versus the San Diego Padres. Padres opening up as home favorites at -290. Washington +235 with the over-under at 8. Washington coming into this matchup 28-46. The Padres 36-39. Pitching for Washington is Patrick Corbin with an ERA of 4.89. Pitching for the Padres is Joe Musgrove with an ERA of 4.22. Corbin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Musgrove, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 1 strikeout. Washington, 2-8 in their last 10. They're really struggling. Padres coming off a nice Giants win. Haven't played that amazing here. But Washington 1-4 straight up against the Padres. 3-7 on the road. I do like Musgrove on the mound here, and I'm going to roll with the Padres at home. Next matchup, we got the Houston Astros versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -150. Houston +125 with the over-under at 8.5. Houston coming into this matchup 41-34. The Dodgers 41-33. Pitching for the Astros is J.P. France with an ERA of 3.42. Pitching for the Dodgers is Emmett Sheehan with an ERA of 0. France, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Sheehan, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Houston on a 2-game winning streak right now. Dodgers also on a 2-game winning streak. Sheehan's only pitched one time, looked very good in his debut. I think Astros are a good underdog here, and I think I'll take Houston plus 1.5 on the road. And then the last matchup, we've got the Arizona Diamondbacks versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at minus 175. Arizona plus 145 with the over-under at 8. Arizona coming into this matchup 46-30. The Giants 42-33. Pitching for Arizona is Zach Davies with an ERA of 7.11. Pitching for the Giants is Logan Webb with an ERA of 3.39. Davies, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 8 runs, had 2 strikeouts. Webb, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Arizona on a 2-game winning streak right now. Giants coming off a Padres loss, snapping their 9-game winning streak that they were on. I mean, they're playing great baseball here. Arizona's still playing pretty well too. Arizona 4-2 straight up against the Giants, 8-1 on the road. Good road team. Davies coming off a bad start on the mound, but I still think Arizona's a good underdog here. And I think I'm gonna take a shot with Arizona plus 1.5 on the road. That's gonna be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.